cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo.
Hey guys, Brian Stevens here with the National Real Estate Post, but I do want to remind you that I'm a 20-year lender, not a real estate agent, but a lender first. And I say that because of all the carnage that we're seeing going on in our industry right now. We just saw that First Guarantee Mortgage Corporation, or FGMC, they cut about 80% of their workforce on Friday, a massive, huge number of both staff and loan officers, and they stopped accepting new applications. Now, this is according to Housing Wire. If you're on a sinking ship, or you think you might be on a sinking ship, if your pricing isn't necessarily in line, these are indications that something is going wrong with your company. If you would like to have a personal, anonymous conversation, we can do it right now. All you have to do is go to mortgageshoptalk.com, mortgageshoptalk.com, and I have this live Monday through Friday from 9 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We can have a one-on-one conversation and make it very impromptu. If you'd like to set something more on a schedule, we can do that as well. All you have to do is fill the information on this banner right over there, and my team will get back to you. But if you want to talk now, Mortgage Shop Talk. Let's have that conversation. On with the show.
To all this fun, did you know that more than 8 million Americans are late on their rents? Which might bring down demand for purchase inventory, because that's also 8 million Americans who now have no chance of qualifying for even an FHA loan.
A staggering 15% of United States renters are behind on their payments according to the Census Bureau data. And it's about to get worse this summer as many leases come due and landlords boost prices. That represents 8.4 million Americans who were struggling to pay their monthly rents during the June 1st to June 13th period of the census survey. The share was markedly higher for Black Americans, almost a quarter are behind, and for people of the ages 40 to 54, an age when many of them are actually at their earning peaks and they're still having a hard time.
So here's a graph to show you the likelihood of a renter getting kicked out of their home this summer. About 2 million folks are making less than $25,000 a year. A little less than 1 million folks making between $25,000 and $35,000, and 500,000 making between $35,000 to $50,000. And if we follow this graph to the point, if you're making over $100,000, you're looking pretty safe.
I mean, these numbers are really staggering. I want you to think about this for a second. Is this an accurate statement that we just simply can no longer afford to live in our country?
I mean, that's about what it's come to. Listen, over the last 12 months, rent has increased by at least $250 a month for 6.7 million households, according to a Bloomberg survey.
And we gotta find our takeaways. We gotta get our silver linings. Loan officers and real estate agents, this one's pretty simple. If ever there was an article or a moment to truly explain the actual impact of our living expenses, this is it. Explain the importance of locking in your payment via purchasing a home. Explain change of lifestyle behavior in order to save more money. Because as hard as it is for you to not eat out 4 days a week, it's even harder to eat via forced camping due to entirely correctable circumstances, provided you catch them early enough.
So, question, how safe is your information? Or more importantly, how safe is your client's information? Our regulatory agencies would come unglued if this happened here.
It happened in Japan. I wonder if this guy's gonna have to commit harikari. An unnamed man placed a memory stick in his bag before an evening of drinking in the city of Amagasi, northwest of Osaka. He spent several hours drinking in a local restaurant before eventually passing out on the street, local media reported. When he eventually came around, he realized that his bag and those memory sticks were missing. Why is this bad? I mean, outside of the obvious. Well, because those memory sticks had all the information for the entire city's population of Amagasaki on it. Everybody. Somebody stole the entire identity of a city.
The Japanese broadcaster NHK reports that a man said to be in his 40s who works for a company tasked with providing benefits to tax-exempt households. City officials said that the memory stick included the names, birth dates, and addresses of all the city's residents. It also included included more sensitive information, including tax details, bank account numbers, and information on family receiving Social Security benefits.
I get it. This is totally a pot calling the kettle black, but we're going to have that conversation right now. The pot calling the kettle black. So just let this be a lesson to you lenders out there and you real estate agents. As things get harder, and they will, don't use that as an excuse to go down to your local watering hole and lose your mind, because nothing good comes from that. Oh yeah, except for
Bad times are coming.